Hey, Jeannie Lynch hopping on real quick. Hey, heads up. You're about to witness a video that was not meant for publication. It really just was a vlog that I'm doing, tracking my emotions through my illness. And the message just hit home for so many people out there who are suffering through this pandemic, and the light workers that are out there to assist them. I know this is many of you who are on my channel, so it felt like too much of an important message not to be vulnerable and post and share straight from the heart, unedited version of the compassion it takes to do this work, and that we're doing our work too. So just because we're healers doesn't mean we don't need to be healed. In fact, it's a daily struggle for us also. So watch this and you'll know exactly what I mean. I love you all. Thank you. So many of us are healers, right? And I will tell you that 90% of the healers out there are healers because at some point in their life, they've needed to be healed. So I'm sure, give me a thumbs up if you know exactly what I'm talking about there. So, and I love that. And I also know that, you know, our healing journeys, as someone put on another one of my videos, you're never done. Because you change, your cells change every day, you change. And, you know, just when you think, you know, click, I've healed another aspect of me, something else will show up. And that's what I think is beautiful about a life of discernment, is that you just keep getting more tools to add to your toolbox. And when they show up, right, you know, you don't want them. I don't need that hammer, and I get that. So I just really want to express compassion and love and understanding to those who are inflicted or have panic and anxiety and depression in their life. Because I'm sitting in my own experience right now. And this is me medicated too. And I don't mean that like it would be so much worse. This is me just feeling compassion for those people, me being one of them, who have this in their experience, and just say that it is so flippin' real. And it's epidemic. You know, we're talking about this pandemic that's going on right now. There's been a pandemic taking place that's never gone away, and it's this. And so I just really want to acknowledge those people who have sat in my chair and have had come to me because of this, and I've sat there and given advice, you know, good advice. I'd like to think from a place of compassion too. You know, you need to meditate more. You need to get your mind off these things. You need to understand the Buddhist teaching, and all of it is important. And I am no different. But what I'm acknowledging today is that, you know, it's just a daily journey of mindfulness and this place of being in a physical body and suffering. So how am I here today? I've shared my Graves' disease, thyroid disease, you know, hormonal challenges, menopause, whatever. It's all out there on my videos. And there's so many of us that are going through this. I thought my body was truly attacking itself and was convinced with the Graves. So I have to kind of go into this story. And this is not a story about, you know, my childhood and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going there. But just meet me where I am today, okay? In being sick and trying to get and be healed and the rest of it. This all has a point, so stay with me. I'm going to attempt to make this. I'm thinking that my body, this adrenaline is attacking itself. So I started to get into my head and I started to have these flashbacks and I saw, and I only was able to see this by, I will tell you honestly, I've got put on medication to calm me down for I was having full-blown panic attacks. and anxiety. And so the doctor put me on this little pill to calm me down. And it took me 2 days of being on that medication to see this. So here's what I saw. I saw myself coming to a crossroad in my mind's eye. I saw my mother coming down the street, and I witnessed my father. Now, stay with me. I'm 8 or 10 years old when my mom started going through the change, and I'm witnessing my father, who just wanted me to mind her well. And she was having difficulty with 8 children. And, oh my gosh, I have so much compassion for my mom right now, having 8 kids and maybe going through this, okay, at the same time. And me being the daughter that I was. Yeah, if you went to high school with me, I was not easy. Class rowdy, right? Whatever. Partier, we got it. You know where I'm going. I remembered my father screaming at me, your mom is going through the change, and, and she is just out of her mind, and just projecting that the language or the projection that, she was losing it and she was crazy. And at the time, I think his advice to me was, what he was trying to say in my dad's way, was just mind her. And what he really was saying with his language at 8 or 9 years old, what I was hearing is, I don't care if this woman tells you to jump off the roof, you jump heels first, and because she's your mother and she wants you to do that. So as you can imagine, and she's changing, and what does the change mean to an 8 and 10-year-old? So I think there's a point in there. Be careful with the language as a parent that you project onto your kids, no matter what you think you're doing to get them to mind you. That's my point. So anyway, fast forward back to this little crossroad I'm at. On the other side, I see my father. I'm 20, 19, 18, 19, 17, 18, graduating from high school. And my dad started to show signs of dementia, the age that I'm at today. And mom was basically saying, we can't deal with this anymore. Oh, by the way, we're moving to Florida and you're out of the house. So, okay, so here I am. This is why I'm having this conversation. I did not know that the crossroad was this time to start looking at some other healing in my life. So here's what I want to share in a point, is that when it's safe to grieve, you'll grieve. And when it's time to do deeper work, it's time to do deeper work. And it doesn't matter whether you're a healer or not, or you're putting your hands on people and healing them with your Reiki hands. We always have these things that will show up. And when it's safe and it's time to look at these things, it's time to look at these things. So you're never done, and it's always a journey. And today I'm just feeling very emotional about this, because first off, I'm just so grateful. I was crying 2 weeks ago because I wanted to die, and today I'm just so grateful that I feel and see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm grateful that the help is there, and whether it's a pill or not, that I feel relieved that it's out there, and that I can step back into my joy because it has been a difficult year. So you'll probably never see this video. I want to acknowledge all the healers out there. I want to acknowledge the people who have stepped up and helped me. And I want to just let you know that if you're sitting in the chair and you're somebody who has these feelings in your life, that you're not alone. And that there's beautiful help out there. And, it's just work, and it's always work. And I don't mean work as in this terrible thing. It can be awareness, and there is help out there. And I guess I'll just say it. I can sit with you in that and know firsthand how that feels. Okay, got to get to an appointment. This is Jeannie Lynch clicking off. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And have a great day. Namaste.